Before stadiums, before mega festivals, before permanent entertainment districts, Pontiac hosted something older, something seasonal, something civic, something that didn't belong to one group, but to an entire county. For generations, this city was home to the Oakland County Fairgrounds, and when the fair came to town, Pontiac became the center of Oakland County life. Welcome back to Pontiac Pulse. I'm Chris Hubble with History Loves Company. Today, we're stepping away from towers, institutions, and individual buildings and telling the story of something just as important, a place where everyone came together. This is the story of the Oakland County Fairgrounds and the era when Pontiac didn't just serve the county, it hosted it. To understand the fairgrounds, you have to understand what a county fair meant historically. Before fairs became short-term pop-ups, the county fair was a core civic institution. It wasn't just rides and food. It was agriculture, industry, competition, education, and entertainment. County fairs were where rural and urban life met. They were where a county displayed who it was and what it valued. Pontiac didn't host the fair by accident. By the late 19th and early 20th centuries, Pontiac was the county seat and centrally located within Oakland County, and connected by railroads and major roads, as well as being equipped with infrastructure capable of handling large crowds. A county fair needed space, access, organization, and trust. Pontiac had all of those. Organized agricultural fairs in Oakland County date back to the mid-1800s, with documented fairs occurring as early as the 1840s. As Oakland County grew, so did the scale and ambition of its fair. Early fairs were temporary, set up, dismantled, and moved as needed. But by the early 20th century, the fair had settled into a more permanent home in Pontiac, evolving from temporary grounds into a defined fairground site. At its height, the Pontiac Fairgrounds included exhibition halls, livestock barns, racetracks and grandstands, midway areas, as well as food vendors and concession spaces. This was not an amusement park in the modern sense. It was modular, seasonal, and purpose-built. The architecture wasn't decorative. It was functional, designed to be durable, adaptable, and temporary when needed. Before Oakland County suburbanized, it was deeply agricultural. The fair was where livestock was judged and crops were displayed, as well as farming techniques being shared, prizes were earned, and reputations were built. This wasn't nostalgia. This was the local economy on display. For much of the 20th century, the Oakland County Fair was the largest annual event in the county. People came from Pontiac, surrounding townships, rural Oakland County, as well as neighboring counties. For many families, this was the highlight of the year. You didn't just attend the fair, you planned for it. The fairgrounds hosted carnival rides, traveling shows, midway games, live demonstrations, competition, and judging. This was where kids rode their first rides. Teenagers wandered independently, and adults reconnected with neighbors and relatives. Entertainment here wasn't passive. It was participatory. For many years, fairgrounds across the country, including Pontiac's, featured horse racing and later additional track events. These weren't just sporting contests. They were social gatherings, A day at the fair could include competition, wagering, entertainment, and long afternoons spent together. Hosting the county fair reinforced Pontiac's regional importance. This was a city trusted with logistics, crowd management, infrastructure, as well as civic responsibility. Pontiac wasn't just where people worked. It was where people came. The fair reached its peak in the mid-20th century. Post-World War II America brought more leisure time, widespread automobile ownership, as well as an increased disposable income. The Oakland County Fair reflected all of it. Attendance was strong. Midways were full. Parking areas overflowed. By the 1960s and 1970s, conditions began to change. Suburban growth altered travel patterns. Large tracts of land became more valuable for development. Permanent entertainment destinations replaced seasonal ones. County fairs across the country declined. Pontiac's fair was no exception. Eventually, the Oakland County Fairgrounds moved away from Pontiac. The fair itself continued, but the city no longer hosted it. This wasn't a single decision. It was the result of land pressure, infrastructure changes, as well as evolving entertainment preferences. And quietly, an era ended. Physically, much of the original fairgrounds is gone, but culturally, it remains very much alive. Ask longtime residents and you'll hear stories of childhood summers, first dates, livestock competitions, as well as family traditions. The fairgrounds survive in our memory, and this video is here to spark that memory. The Oakland County Fairgrounds tells us something essential about Pontiac. This city wasn't just industrial, it was communal. It was trusted to host joy, competition, and shared experience. That matters. Cities are often remembered for their buildings, but sometimes they're remembered for their gatherings. For decades, Pontiac didn't just serve Oakland County, it brought it together. I'm Chris Hubble, this is Pontiac Pulse, and this is when Pontiac hosted the county.